So apparently everybody in K-pop right now is down with that puff puff pass, mother. Yeah, that's like been the big scandal here, and it's come up multiple times recently in the K-pop news world, where celebrities are being popped for their love affair with the Mary Jane. That's right. Everybody in K-pop is smoking that ganja. And I am appalled and disappointed and humiliated for my precious idols. Stop smoking weed, GD. Put down the bong. I don't want you to die. Scene. So recently it has been revealed that Big Bang's G-Dragon smokes marijuana. First of all, derp. Second of all, who cares? Third of all, rolling with laughter at some of these news stories about just like the awful crimes that he has committed. It's really interesting too the way that G-Dragon has reacted to these allegations, because let's face it, okay, Big Bang is supposed to be hip hoppy, I guess. Certainly like G-Dragon and T.O.P., they have to maintain some kind of urban hip hop cred, and it doesn't seem to come easy. I read G-Dragon's response to the allegations. I was like, man, you blew it. Basically, G-Dragon and YG kind of blew it with their statements. See, we all know that YG really wants us to believe that they're hip hop, so they really could have harnessed the power of this case and these allegations to solidify some actual hip hop cred. Because let's face it, Big Bang has none. What did they do instead? Punk out. Completely punk out. G-Dragon's statement. Oh, well, I guess like I was in Japan and like I got this cigarette and it smelled funny, but I don't know, I didn't want to be rude, so I like smoked it. Okay. And he just completely lodged himself between a rock and a hard place with that statement. The rock being, okay, let's pretend that statement is the truth. Let's pretend you don't know what weed smells like. That makes you like the wackest, softest, most naive person on planet Earth. Every American soccer mom can detect the faintest whiff of marijuana within a 5-mile radius. It is the most distinct odor on Earth, other than poo. Dude. So I don't know if you really want to stick to that story, GD, because if you don't know what pot smells like, you might want to be really afraid and tread lightly, Bubble Boy, because a falling leaf is going to bruise you. Now let's examine the hard place. If that statement is in fact a lie, then you still look naive and soft because you didn't own up to your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? If he wanted to come out looking all hard in hip hop, what he should have said was, you know what, and not even just hip hop, but just like manly in general, just be like, you know what, yeah, you're right, I did smoke some pot, my bad, yo, lapse in judgment, whatever, let's move on. But you just completely punked out, man. You like could have turned those lemons into some lemonade, and you didn't. Same thing with YG's crazy statement when they're like, oh, his guilt is so much worse than any punishment that could ever be. That dude's not guilty. He smokes weed. All y'all probably smoke weed. And guess what? You probably are right now, even as I film this. And it's fine. Who cares? By G-Dragon wussing out and not owning up to his actions, that's not hip-hop. Like, that's not hard in any way, shape, or form, dude. That's just really lame, and, like, it kind of makes you look soft, man. Like, we wouldn't have been mad at you if you had just been like, yeah, I smoked some weed. Just be honest. And, important hip-hop phrase, keep it real. You gotta keep it real. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, though, on the other hand, I can see why G-Dragon had to respond the way he responded. Because he knows, at the end of the day, what his fan base is comprised of. The people listening to Big Bang are not like, you know, the homies on the corner, man, or like like the hard OGs and the thugs and hip hop heads. Hip hop heads aren't listening to Big Bang. 13-year-old fangirls are listening to Big Bang. They are a pop group. They are the poppiest poppin' pop diggity pop group that has ever existed. Super mega poppity pop pop pop. Super candy poppity piggity poppity pop. Okay? Not very urban. Just because a couple of you speak lyrics that aren't in melody doth not hip hop make. Okay? So he knows that at the end of the day. So he knows he needed to do what was necessary to appease those fans. Those little girls who were terrified of their idols that they worship smoking weed. Oh, how atrocious! Oh my god, my world is ruined! Like, of course they're gonna be crying into their pillows at night because they think G-Dragon is a drug addict now. They're kids. Your fans are kids. And the fans who are adults are all looking at you like, really, dude? Come on. We know better. At the end of the day, he's still smoking. He's probably lighting up right now. The dude is down with the puff puff pass, and that's just the way it is. Nobody's mad at you, bro. All right? Let him wear his rainbow high tops and panda bear hat and smoke some weed. Back up off the boy. Okay? And now news has come out that dude from Supreme Team also revealed his marijuana use, and he's just all kinds of broken up about it. They've like halted all his professional activities because of it. He like apologized, and he's like in a time of deep self-reflection, and he is sorry for his actions. And like his company wants his fans to be patient and show support through his rehabilitation. Guess what his rehabilitation probably is? Smoking an ounce a day. I betcha. Okay? Reflecting on himself sounds like a pot activity to me. Okay? He's smoking too. So this is my thing. Never once has smoking marijuana hurt the image of an actual hip hop artist. A pop artist, perhaps so. A pop artist in Korea, definitely so. And I realize I'm coming from like a Western American perspective where just as a culture, we don't really frown upon marijuana the same way Korea does. So they are making a huge fuss out of it. Such a huge fuss that it's somewhat comical. But I digress. I too will lend support as G-Dragon reflects on himself for his pot use. That's basically it. Just wanted to chit chat about the whole pot thing that's going on in K-pop right now. What do you guys think? Do you think it's as big a deal as the media is making it out to be? Do you think that any of these artists will refrain from using pot in the future? Or do you think they just got caught? And furthermore, how differently, if at all, do you think this issue would have been handled if the idol in question were female? What if, like, your precious Yuna was caught smoking pot? Or CL, I guess, for that matter. And would that make a difference? Would it make bigger difference being a member of SNSD than a member from 21? Would you expect it to be a member of 21 over SNSD? And why? The female version of this scandal in K-pop would probably be catching one of those chicks eating a Krispy Kreme. I think that would cause far more of an uproar. Because let's face it, Krispy Kreme you can actually become addicted to. Krispy Kreme will have you crawling on the ground with the cold sweats and like tweaking out because you haven't had your freaking donut for the day. That's a story. Marijuana? I don't know. That's not a debate that we're going to have right now. Psychological addiction, sure. Physical addiction, I'm not so convinced, but whatever. It's really not that serious. So I'm sure G-Dragon and all other K-pop idols in question have learned their lesson. You know, you got to be really, really careful when you lead such an exposed life in the spotlight. So best of luck to those guys. You know, you're going to keep doing it. Be a little more discerning about the when and the where and the what and the who. All right. See you guys later.